Listen, we'd like to get naked.
In China streets.
What are those naked people doing? They're sunbathing their backs. No, they're not trying to get a tan for their back area. No, they're doing it for health. Haters on the internet. Chinese people are not all covered in burqa in the sun. Thank you again. People in the parts of the world that's covered in the beauty of ACs can all agree that people do not get enough of hotness anymore. Think about the Arctic weather patterns in places like Starbucks. And the ancient Chinese wisdom is that you should sweat a little in summer and basically all year round and get out the excess fluid retention in your body, which slows your metabolism and increases sluggishness and risks of obesity. The first step to Chinese wisdom is to lay down the mat in a good place so you don't get arrested by Chinese police. Okay, Xiaowang, you get naked. Okay, this is what I had in mind. Instead, I feel like I could get thrown out. Ugh. A bunch of weird people are gazing at us. I guess being in China, it's not possible to be not self-conscious. I'd like to cover my face. Some people like to cover their head with a towel or a hat to protect themselves from unfriendly cameras, which I think is really, really smart. Hey, yo, you're gross. Okay, first of all, you have a tremendous amount of dampness and coldness that's obvious. I feel like my eyes are about to go blind. I don't think people in the West are looking to sweat this much when they sunbathe any part of their bodies. You said this was going to be relaxing. There's nothing relaxing about this.
This really feels awful.
Ancient Chinese wisdom number 1, do not expose your 肚脐眼.
Some people say this will help them lose weight.
Yeah, at the beginning this would be true because you're losing your fluid weight, but then your metabolism may speed up a little bit and then you have less cravings for food. On China's social media, some users say they've lost up to 4 kilos just by back sunbathing 3 times. The reason why people do this is to simulate the effects of moxibustion, if you've tried something like that. A traditional Chinese heat therapy where dried artemisia leaves are combusted over your skin to drive out dampness and coldness. Totally makes sense for those of us who ingest buckets of ice water even in minus 10 degrees. Sadly, the climate has changed and a place like Shanghai has gotten so hot it's been 40 degrees for 3 summers in a row. But this year people realized they could just get free moxibustion with back sunbathing. Well, I believe you, doctor, but the sun is free. At this point, I don't think we're gonna get arrested at all. It looks like nobody wants to approach us. Oh, here comes 专家 again. Which I did all 3 and ended up with a strong headache, which proves at least the reverse is true. There's been small trouble because some non-bathers like to complain, especially when women expose their underwear. But the bathers said no picnic. They basically told the complainers to get off their ass and said they weren't breaking any park policies. In general though, I'd say it's a pretty tolerant environment. 10 years ago, I wouldn't even think that this would happen. TCM doctors did say you shouldn't try this if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, feel very weak, are pregnant, or have just had alcoholic drinks. Stay hydrated, keep each bathing under 20 minutes, and do not get sunburnt. I like this. I'd like to do this again.